How we going, everyone? Jack's here, got another easy one for you. Got a debut series for the channel today. It's called Last Week in Games. And this is where we're just going to chill out. We're going to have a chat about everything that's happened last week that we can cover in a decently short amount of time. Also, if you believe if I've made an error anywhere in this video, make sure to leave a comment down below and let me know, and I will address it at the start of next week's video. Now, last week was pretty stacked, so let's get into it. We're going to run through the big event of the week first, which was State of Play. Even before we were going into the show, everyone kind of knew the main event was going to be the Suicide Squad, and they were going to have a pretty lengthy showcase at the end of the show. In the extended look, all the different characters just looked really similar to use, but at the same time, it did have an arcade chaos fun feel to it. But to me, the story in this game seems to have the most substance to it. It actually looks like a cracking story, and I could get involved in it. But the gameplay just had me a bit... In better news, Resident Evil 4 had an awesome showing once again. It has the old game jank still in there, but fans of the series will not be worried about it at all. Also revealed the Mercenaries mode is coming back and can be unlocked after finishing the main game. A demo will also be coming soon. People were hoping the demo was going to drop, shadow drop at the event, but I think that was wishful thinking. Street Fighter 6 revealed 3 more characters that can be playable at the event as well. One being named Lily, which is a completely new entry to the series. Being a wind elementalist, it seems to have a different feel, as well as Zangief showed up with a reworked Cammy as well. I'm not a heavy fighting game player, but I will say even me saw that Cammy could be a really potent main in this game. Baldur's Gate 3 showed up as well to confirm that it's going to be PlayStation compatible. Also revealed its official release date, which is August 31st, 2023. Now keep an eye on this one because honestly, this game, if it goes well, could be a big player in the awards at the end of the year. Now, a cheeky game called Wayfinder had a quick showing as well. Now, this game's flying under the radar, but honestly, for me, this is my guilty pleasure of the year. I actually can't wait to play this, and hopefully I'll be able to play it very shortly because it did reveal a beta that you can sign up to hopefully get to play opening February 28th. Finally, the last thing we will cover for State of Play was the 5 PSVR 2 games. Showing off the Foglands the most was the first trailer with a pretty decent long trailer. They also showed Greenland, which is a classic jungle survival game, as well as Journey to Foundation, Synapse, and Before Your Eyes. Moving away from State of Play, we also had DICE Awards. Now, if you're not familiar with DICE Awards, it's probably the next most popular and prestigious award to get after the Game Awards, being basically because of its popularity, and also it waits till the end of the year. So it has all the December games in there. In saying that though, Elden Ring and God of War still basically won everything. God of War Ragnarok took home a heavy 7 trophies, but Elden Ring still won the big one. Quick nod for Tunic for winning Best Independent Game, as well as Vampire Survivors getting the nod here for Action Game of the Year. In other news, pretty big, recently revealed Microsoft has signed a 10-year deal with Nintendo to bring COD to the platform. Heavy. Now, it is claimed to be the exact same as the console and PC versions, but I think everyone's kind of wondering how the hell that's going to run on a Nintendo Switch, but we'll just have to wait and see. So it's kind of hold your breath on this one, but it's still big news for Nintendo to get a game like COD on their platform. Dead Island 2 also released a new trailer called Meet the Slayer, Bruno. So we met, I think it looks like a playable character called Bruno, and he's just, it's just a highlight reel of him walking down the street on Dead Island. A little funny note as well, Dead Island 2 also showed that they will be releasing a week earlier than they said previously in their delay, because they delayed it to the same date as Star Wars. New release date is the 21st of April for Dead Island 2. I know I'm going a little bit before, but this is the first week of the series, so we're taking a bit of liberty, but Diablo IV also revealed an opening cinematic to the game, as well as the beta dates. Now, if you have pre-ordered Diablo IV, you'll get to play the beta 17th to 19th of March, but if you haven't, there will be an open beta on the weekend of March 24th to 26th for everyone to play. Also, just a quick note for New World as well. The devs in this game are still hard at work to keep it nice and healthy, and they revealed that they will be going to a seasonal model, as well as they released the 2023 roadmap. Getting into some of my favorite bits is the numbers. The January MPDs released roughly just before last week, and this is basically where we get all the sales. Keep in mind though, Nintendo and 2K do not reveal their digital sales. Don't know why, but just it makes it a little bit blurry, but still. MBTs are the closest thing we know to what's done the best. It was actually a good month for new entries because 4 new games entered the fray, with Dead Space Remake actually coming at number 2. Now, this is massive for remakes because for these early 2000 remakes, Dead Space to get second just behind the juggernaut of COD in its month, it honestly could spur on more remakes. I know remakes are happening a bit, but you could see a hell of a lot more as well. Fire Emblem Engage sneaking into the top 5 without digital inclusions as well is very impressive. Forspoken making top 10 as well as One Piece. Moving on to some of last week's releases review scores. Atomic Heart did score a healthy 7, even though it seemed more mixed with the public. But Company of Heroes 3 and Octopath Traveler 2 scored very well in the 8s. Big releases next week include Destiny 2 Lightfall, Wulong Fall and Dynasty, and Leap is also coming to consoles. Alright guys, let me know if you like this new series as well, and if you actually think I've missed anything that was massive as well, would be handy. I'll cover that at the start of next week as well with the errors I possibly could have made. But anyway, until then, I'll catch you all in the next game.